Last week, the panel loved Rachel and Sarah.
That was outstanding.
I think you're very special. You have some magical quality when you perform.
But you didn't.
I'm going to save Rachel.
Sarah's exit left the Nancys stunned.
I have been as low as I can go.
And you don't feel me.
The girls have gone, she's my competition now.
It's now wide open, and the girls have turned up the heat.
I'm strong and I'm not afraid of anyone.
Get me on that stage and watch the fireworks.
In a month's time, Nancy is going to be cast.
Bring it on.
Who will you choose as your Nancy?
Six Nancys attempt to hustle and bustle their way into the quarter-final. Let's fire up these fans! Strike up the band! Bring forth the panel! And let loose the Lord! Performing It's a Fine Life and hoping to do it in fine style. Please welcome our Nancys!
Small pleasure. Who would deny us these? Gin toddies, large measure. No skimping if you please. I rough it, I love it. Life is a game of chance. I never tire of it. Leading this merry dance. If you don't mind having to go with our things, it's a fine life, it's a fine life. Though it ain't all jolly or pleasure outings, it's a fine life, it's a fine life. When you've got someone to love, you forget your care and strife. Let the prudes look down and let the wide world frown as it's a fine, fine life.
Our final six Nancys, everyone! Well done, ladies. The search to find Cameron McIntosh's West End leading lady is getting very intriguing. Half the girls that now remain have been saved by Andrew Lloyd Webber, meaning tonight your votes have never been so important. Last week, you put Rachel in the sing-off, even though the panel regarded her as one of the most consistent girls in the competition. Is there a big upset on the cards tonight? Well, there's certainly a big battle as we pit the girls against each other in an incredible trial by musical trio, the Battle of the Nancys. Oh! So that's Friday, was it? At tea time? Surely not. Now, here once more to help you review the situation is the expert panel. Please welcome John Barrowman, Denise Van Outen, Mary Humphries, and the Phantom Force himself, Andrew Lloyd Webber. Of course, it's not just Britain that's been having a heat wave. The temperature's also rising in Oliverland. There are now just 2 places left in the semi-finals. Find out who's next to go through later. As for who could be Nancy, that's constantly changing with you at home. But our final 6 have very definite opinions about who isn't right for the role.
The person who isn't Nancy is Niamh. She'd be better suited to a pop career.
The person that I think probably isn't Nancy is Ashley, because I think her voice just doesn't fit.
Oh!
I would probably say Niamh because she's just a bit younger. I just see Nancy's older, a bit more buxom.
I don't think Niamh, Nancy. She's so, like, fragile. One girl who wouldn't be Nancy.
Sam?
Rachel, she's so kind of slick and polished. Maybe it'd be nicer to see it to go to someone kind of more raw.
She's too poppy. She's just not for the real Nancy.
Yeah, I tell you, that's gonna be a very quiet car ride back to Nancy Mansion. Now, Andrew, this week the girls are singing songs to show different aspects of Nancy's character. Now, what do you want to see from them tonight?
I've seen one of them, I think, already.
I tell you.
No, she's got to be warm and loving and motherly and feisty and a street kid. And the real thing she has to be is a survivor.
Excellent.
I wouldn't want to be in that car with one of that lot.
No, I tell you. Fighting talk. That is what the Lord expects. Let's see if our first Nancy this evening is up to the challenge. County Kerry's Jessie Buckley.
That was the greatest performance I have ever heard a young girl give.
All of the girls should be looking up to you tonight.
Naturally, you gutted for yourself because you think you could have had them comments as well.
It makes you sit up a bit. You go, oh, I would like comments like that.
Quite extraordinary.
Having done a performance like I did on Saturday night, I think that the girls have sat up in their seats and gone, she's my competition now. And you know what? Good, because I want to be somebody's competition. I don't want to give up this dream of mine for somebody else.
Makes me that much stronger, makes me work a little bit harder.
I've been given quite a challenging song this week. It's quite rocky and edgy and belty.
I wouldn't know just how I can't. I wouldn't know just how capable.
No, I can't. There was no. The final is 3 weeks away, and I need to keep that standard that I had last week, so I'm just hoping that I nail it on Saturday night.
Well, we'll find out in a moment. In the musical, Nancy was a tough, street-fighting girl whose devotion to her vile boyfriend, Bill Sykes, was only surpassed by her love for orphan Oliver. Tonight, our final six will be trying to show you her many different sides. Remember, you'll be able to vote for your favourite Nancy at the end of the show after each girl has sung, and if you're a digital viewer, you can sing along by pressing the red button. What?
Digitally.
With
the
digits.
digit.
I get it. Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Should we unleash the Nancys, Andrew?
We could.
Woo! Let's do that. Okay, first out of the traps, it's Jessie. This 18-year-old is hoping to wow with a defiant take of Christina Aguilera's Fighter. Could Jessie be your Nancy? It's up to you. Here's Jessie.
Well, I thought I knew you, thinking that you were true. Guess I couldn't trust, call your bluff, time is up, cause I've had enough. You were there by my side, always down for the ride. Your joyride just came down in flames, cause your greed drove me out insane. Cause if it wasn't for all that you tried to do, I wouldn't know just how capable I am to pull through. So I wanna say thank you, cause it makes me that much stronger, makes me work a little bit harder, makes me that much wiser.
So, Jessie, the song's called Fighter. 6 girls left, quarterfinals next week. How are you coping with the pressure?
You know what? The pressure, as the weeks go by, it has got a bit more intense and stuff, but it's healthy. I mean, the final's in a few weeks. We can't afford to slacken off on our performances, so it's healthy pressure, I suppose.
All right, well, you cope with healthy pressure as we go to the panel. John, could Jessie be the defiant Nancy that we're looking for?
She's certainly defiant and certainly was in that number, but I remind everybody that this is not a talent competition, it's a casting competition. And one thing for me tonight, that was very bad diction and very unclear. I couldn't understand what you were saying. Also, towards the end of the song, and if you listen to this, you'll hear it, your Irish lilt took over and you said a little bit ticker rather than thicker. Now, if that's the pressure and what happens when you're under pressure, your lilt was there and the diction wasn't. I'm not sure I can see you behind an East End pub bar.
OK, I'll go to Barry next. Barry?
Well, I love to see Jessie back in action. Wonderfully dynamic performance, and I don't mind that Irish lilt. For goodness sake, Nancy could easily have been Irish.
Don't you think that most people will want, they're Nancy, they want to have the East End accent?
Why?
We'll get to you in a minute, Andrew. Denise, you're next.
I don't have a problem with your Irish lilt as long as I can understand what you're singing, and your diction was bad in that number. Also, you did shout quite a lot, and it was quite painful on the ears. I've seen a lot better from you, Jessie. It wasn't your greatest performance tonight.
All right. Not a great night for Jessie from the panel. How are you feeling, Andrew?
OK, well, let's shoot from the hip. You were way outside your comfort zone. Last week, you gave one of the finest performances I've ever heard, if not the finest, that any young girl has given on this programme or any other. Not the right song for you. I think you tried your very, very best, and it just wasn't what you're at your best doing, frankly. You're sort of uneasy in the shoes and in the dress and everything, but that has nothing to do with your talent whatsoever. It's just the wrong song for you.
Right, but it's not a talent competition,
It's not a talent competition, and that's what we're coming back to, John, because the fact is that in the St Giles parish in 1841, 73,000 of the inhabitants were Irish, and that was the time when Dickens wrote the book.
OK. Mixed comments there for Jessie, but if you want to keep your favourite Nancy out of the sing-off tomorrow night, you must vote when lines open at the end of the show. Here's the number for later. 0901 12120, then add 01. If you want Jessie to star in the West End, please don't call now as the vote won't count, and you could be charged. Am I making myself clear? OK, let's meet our next potential Nancy, hoping to make a dramatic impact tonight. Bangor's Niamh Perry.
My only concern is your age and whether or not your voice is quite strong enough.
Quite like to prove to Andrew that even though I'm 17, I could become more mature as a performer.
This week, Andrew took the girls to the O2 Arena to see one of the biggest-selling female artists of all time, Celine Dion.
Leave to have a look at somebody who is performing to this number of people cannot be anything other than a fantastic experience.
If anyone can show you how to do a true performance of a ballad, it's Celine Dion. I am so excited. We met Celine Dion,
And she told us just about how important it is to connect with the audience.
You have to go out there and try to find a way to deliver what you think you won't be able to.
See your true colors shining through.
On Saturday night, I'm hopefully going to show a really mature, maternal side to me, and hopefully it's something that no one's seen before.
Prepare for the mother of all battles. Would you believe it's Niamh? This 17-year-old student will be singing True Colours to convince you she can be maternal. Could Niamh be your Nancy? Mom's the word. Here's Niamh.
You with the sad eyes, don't be discouraged. Oh, I realize it's hard to take courage in a world full of people. You can lose sight of it all, and the darkness inside you can make you feel small. But I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let I know I'll be there. I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful, like a rainbow.
Leave, everybody! Well done. Now, this program, you have all sorts of experiences while you're doing. You met George Clooney. Now you met Celine Dion. What was that like?
I was speechless. I never in my wildest dreams thought I'd meet someone like her, and she was right there in front. Oh, there she is!
Oh, I know. Typical. You get into the bath and then 6 Nancy's come around. It's so annoying. All right, let's go over to the panel. Barry, what did you think of that performance?
Well, I thought it was lovely, as all your work is, Niamh. But you have a line in the play, you rush across the stage and you dig your nails into Bill Sykes and you say, I'll put my mark on you, Bill, and I don't care for the consequences. And it's hard to imagine you doing that, for me.
Yeah, no, I can completely understand that, but in a song like True Colours, I couldn't have given that line in that song, but
No,
if I'm here next
exactly.
week, I'll
No,
try
I
and do that.
understand that.
Yeah, good point, Niamh. On to you, John.
Well, I think you showed some warmth. I'm not sure about a maternal instinct in that. It was more of an introspective thing to me. There was a couple little vocal problems when you flipped up into the higher register. I think everyone's having a little trouble tonight so far. But I will disagree with Barry, because in the mission that's coming up tomorrow, this girl has aggression. She could put her mark on Bill Sykes, because she will show you in the mission the way she cracks something over somebody's head. So just keep watch. Niamh is not ready to leave.
Ooh, Denise, maybe nerves are getting people tonight. I don't know. What did you think?
I think so, because the competition's getting much tougher. Niamh, I really enjoyed that. I know you cracked on your vocal a little bit there, but you are very similar to Celine in the fact that you're very slight, but you are this big powerhouse. I think you have a fantastic stage presence, and I still think you're a strong contender for Nancy.
All right. I go to you, Andrew. Last week, there were concerns about Niamh's age and experience. How do you feel after that performance?
Well, I still have worry about whether or not you're quite ready yet, because the voice is going to mature. You've got a fantastic voice, I know that. And I said you were like porcelain last week, and this week you showed you got inner steel. I mean, you have it all there. It's just a question of whether you're ready. But you are an extraordinary, talented artist. And one thing I love about you is you always ask questions. You always answer back, and you always say, what do you think about this? What's the reason for this? And I just have a feeling, Niamh, may not be quite yet right for you, but you're going to go such a long way, and I don't quite know where it's going to be, but it's somewhere.
Ooh, all right. Is that Mystic Meg tonight? Never assume your favourite Nancy is safe. Tonight, anything could happen. Vote for the Nancy you're backing when lines open at the end of the show. Here's the number for later: 0901 121 20 and 02. If you think Niamh should be Nancy. Our next candidate has got an iron will, nerves of steel, and copper hair. But is she kind and loving? Falkirk's Ashley Russell.
So let me get right to the point.
Ashley, you're still here.
I just don't quite get that final connection with an audience yet.
The panel's views, thankfully, are different from the public's views of me.
You could be Nancy.
I feel so unbelievably lucky to have so much support from people. I've got all these lovely cards from the wee kids that I teach.
And with Ashley seeking her softer side, this week's the perfect time to pop in on her pupils.
Look, you've got me crying, and look, my light, I'm turning a big softie.
Because I don't have my family down here, I mean, these kids are like my family.
Oh, it's nice to see you. Oh, I've missed you so much.
I miss Ashley a lot. So do I. Well, she's been the funniest teacher ever, really.
It used to be me saying to my kids, you know, you keep your confidence and keep focused to get what you want. Now they're telling me that. Seeing the kids this week, it's really giving me some of their energy, and I'm going to go out and I'm going to do it for them.
Stepping into the spotlight and doing it for the kids, it's Ashley! This Falkirk lass will be trying to show you she can play our love-struck, devoted heroine with I Say a Little Prayer. Could Ashley be your Nancy? Who knows? Here's Ashley!
Say a little prayer for you. moment I wake up, before I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you. While combing my hair now, and wondering what dress to wear now, I say a little prayer for you. Forever, forever, you'll stay in my heart, and I will love you forever and ever. We never will part. Oh, how I love you. Together, together, that's how it must be to live without you. Would only be heartbreak for me. I run for the bus, dear, and while riding I think of us, dear. I say a little prayer for you. Forever, forever, you'll stay in my heart, and I will love you forever and ever. We never will part. To live without you would only be heartbreak for me. My darling, believe me, for me there is no one but you. Answer my prayer now, baby. Baby, yeah, yeah. And I will love you and ever, and ever. How I love you. Together, together. Would only be heartbreak for me. Nobody but me.
Ashley, ladies and gentlemen. Come over here. Now, Ashley, I have to say, I have a concern, and this is it. Should you win the competition, become a big West End star, I worry for someone, and that is your chauffeur. Because you are quite a bit of a backseat driver. Here's some secret footage of you in the Nancy Mobile.
You turn right here, traffic light. Go forward. Forward.
What are you doing?
Turn it just a wee bit that way. Go. Over. Someone let us out. Thank you, mister.
Hey, if this doesn't work out, driving instructor. It's a lovely career. It is very nice. Falkirk. OK, let's see what the panel thought. Let's go to Denise. She was trying to show Nancy's softer side. Did you see it?
There was a little bit of softness there. I liked your vocal. I thought that was lovely. I just felt that your performance, we've taken a step back. It was very kind of cruise ship. There was a lot of head wobbling and finger pointing. And it felt like watching a character out of Abigail's Party. It wasn't pleasant to watch.
Unfortunately, that's maybe the way it's come across. But if you know me, Denise, that's the way I portray that love and that dedication. So
yeah, but it was over the top, and it comes across as being very cheesy. That's not real acting.
All right, that's what Denise thinks. What does Barry think?
You are indestructible, Ashley, aren't you? I've really warmed to you over this whole series, but I did feel that the performance was a bit casual.
Right.
You seemed to sort of loiter in front of the audience. For me, I don't think you achieved what you wanted to achieve tonight.
All right, quickly, John.
I think it was a strong vocal, but for the first time, I actually see what Barry's been talking about. It was that kind of stuff that got me. It was a little cheesy for me. If you're back next week, Ashley, bring it back less, okay?
Okay.
Less is more.
I always take on the notes, so let's hope
No,
I'm
you
back
do.
next week. I always do that.
All right, Andrew, what are your notes?
Well, I tried so hard last week with you to try and make you understand about lyrics. I tried to say to you that one-on-one you did connect with me, but when you go away and you just then perform, you don't connect anymore, and you just didn't connect with the words remotely this evening. You just had no understanding. I mean, I run for the bus, you know, that's what you should take.
All right. The panel and Andrew are being very harsh tonight, but this is a crucial part of the competition. If you want Ashley to stay in the running, and you have so far, then vote later when lines open at the end of the show. Dial 0901-12120. Add 03 if you think Ashley fits the bill. Please don't call now, as your vote won't count and you could be charged and we'll never hear the end of it. So, 3 Nancys down. Samantha, Jodi and Rachel are still to come. Plus, our final 6 face off for their trios in the Battle of the Nancys.
You will see the difference between 3 girls and 3 women.
The golden oldies can leave their walking sticks at home.
Bring it on. The public ain't seen nothing yet.
It's all kicking off later, and now, let's check in with our Olivers. With 2 places left in the semi-final, let's see who's next to make the grade as the boys step back in time for their most gruelling tasks to date.
The year 1838. The place, Victorian London. Well, near enough.
We brought the boys today to the Ragged School Museum, the nearest we could get in modern days to what it would have been like if they'd been at the orphanage. We found a really strict Victorian teacher to impose some discipline and give them a taste of how horrible it must have been at that workhouse.
I shall now inspect your hands for cleanliness. Over, over, over. Satisfactory.
I was just in hysterics with this old teacher pretending to be mean to us.
We notice that today's date is the 10th of May, 1838.
I got told off saying thank you.
Very good. Do not talk back to me.
Today's lesson was brilliant. I loved it. It was great.
So I think this task has really helped us get into character.
They're about to get an even better taste of Oliver's life.
We have our usual gruel for lunch today. It is made from marrowbone, vegetables and grains. You ungrateful urchin.
It's like the River Thames.
If Oliver asked for more of gruel, he must have really been hungry because that was really bad food.
Helping the panel this week is Todd Carty, who also took to the stage as a youngster.
What's your name?
Peter Jenkins, sir.
You're going to have 700 or 800 people looking at you on the opening night. Try and enjoy it, because it's the most fantastic feeling in the world.
The final test, can they get into character and deliver Oliver's most famous line?
It's very, very important that you remember all the things that you've been taught today.
Please, sir. I want some more.
What?
Please, sir. I want some more. 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 I want some more. I want some more.
The standard has been absolutely excellent.
Gareth is a wonderful natural actor, and I do love his personality.
I thought Joseph was excellent. He did a really convincing performance.
Johnny today gave a terrific reading. Well, this is becoming more and more difficult. You all did fantastically well today. But I've decided to put through Lawrence this week.
Can't really believe it. It's just an amazing feeling.
He's a boy with terrific talent who's really come out of himself, and it's a pleasure to see.
My name's Lawrence and I'm 11. I think I could make a reasonable, or hopefully good, leading man. While I really like playing my trumpet and I like playing piano as well, I'd like to be an inventor, invent something that would help people. I think if I just be myself, I'll be okay. I hope.
Congratulations, Lawrence! Well done, sir. You could be Oliver. Now, I've got your Oliver cap here, but I don't think you need it right now. So I'll hold on to that, and you can have it after the show. Now, Lawrence, you and the other Olivers, you've picked another Nancy to perform with you all in the results show tomorrow night. Now, without naming any names, Lawrence, could you give us some clues as to who it might be?
Well, she's Irish and she's got brown hair.
Yes, yes. No, don't say no more. Say no more. It's still an open book. It could be anyone, really. It really could. Well, thank you very much, Lawrence. Well done to you, and good luck to all the Olivers for next week. Very good. Here, performing You Give a Little Love from Bugsy Malone and Fueled on Gruel. Please welcome our Olivers! and better. Find out next Saturday which Oliver gets that last place in our semi-final. Our next Nancy this evening has been blessed with the honour of having an entire island named after her. But will she ultimately make her name as Nancy in the West End? The Isle of Sam's Samantha Barks.
You are an absolute star, I think.
I asked you to be delicious, and you were.
It's really starting to dawn on me now that I could be a leading lady, and it's unbelievable.
I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it.
To see if she can survive in the West End, Samantha pays a visit to Sarah Manton, who plays Baby in Dirty Dancing.
You got into this all when you were young. Did you find that difficult?
You won't be nervous because it will be your part and it will be the thing that's right for you.
This week, I've got to show that I can be defiant and strong. Have you got any tips?
We can tell if it's fake and if it's I'm being strong and I'm playing strong.
Yeah.
That's different between actually going, I am telling you I'm a survivor.
Yeah.
Do you believe you could be Nancy?
I'm definitely starting to believe.
None of this, I'm starting to believe, maybe could be. But can you see yourself doing it?
I can see myself doing that.
I can see you doing it.
Talking, to Sarah about self-belief, I'm going to prove to myself and to Andrew and the panel and everybody at home that I could be Nancy.
Well, that is the idea. Honor marks, it's Samantha Barks. Our youngest Nancy is determined to give a defiant and feisty performance of Survivor. Could Samantha be your Nancy? Here's Samantha.
Lots of happiness. I'm better than that. I'm not gonna blast you on the radio. I'm better than that. I'm not gonna lie to you and your family. Oh, I'm better than that. I'm not gonna hate you in the magazine. I'm better than that. I'm not gonna compromise my Christianity. I'm better than that. You know I'm not gonna diss you on the internet. 'Cause my mama taught me better than that. I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder. I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it. I will survive. Keep on surviving. After all of the darkness and sadness, soon comes happiness. If I surround myself with positive things, I'll gain prosperity. I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna work harder. I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it. I will survive. Keep on surviving. I'm a survivor.
Samantha, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, come over to me here. And let's go to the panel, see what they thought. Right, tough panel tonight. John, did you see the feistiness you're looking for in Nancy in that performance?
I did, and I understood every word, and I think you have the stamina for 8 shows a week, and that's all I'm going to say about Samantha.
Okay, let's go to Barry for some comments.
Yeah, I thought that was great. Once again, you're a prodigy, Samantha. Absolutely. And it's very difficult dancing and performing in high heels. I can personally vouch for that.
Praise indeed. Denise.
Do you know, Samantha, I owe you an apology because in Nancy's school I questioned whether or not we should put you through. At the start of this competition, I saw you as a very young girl. Now I see you as a leading lady. You're fantastic.
All right, Andrew, do you see a serious contender in front of you?
Oh, gosh, Destiny's Child, Beyonce Nancy, I would say. A really, really wonderful performance. What you've got, and this is really intriguing, we're talking about Celine Dion, is you've got this infinite top range to your chest voice. That's the big voice that a girl has, which Celine has as well. And as you grow older, it's going to become quite extraordinary, I think. You're a very, very talented girl who's listened to everything that we say. And I'm really proud that I think you're one of our leading contenders.
Praise for Samantha, but another Nancy must go home. Don't let it happen to your favourite. Make sure you vote when lines open at the end of the show. That's the end of the show. Here's the number for later. Dial 0901 12120 and then add 04 if you think Samantha has earned her place in the West End. Okay, let's meet our next potential West End leading lady, wanting to grab that once-in-a-lifetime role, Blackpool's Jodi Preggers.
What Andrew wanted on Saturday night was just to get the story across. I tried too darn hard with it.
It was a little bit strained at the top with a couple of the notes there.
I don't feel like I was at my best.
Yeah, I just feel really restricted tonight, and I think that came across in my performance. I don't feel me.
But I don't. This week, I've got to show like love, devotion.
For you, I think the secret is really keeping things very specific in your mind.
Yeah.
To focus Jodi's mind, the love of her life paid a surprise visit.
The song I've got on Saturday night really says it means nothing if you haven't got what means most, and that's your family and your pets. Yeah, that's you, Louis.
Use that passion, please.
I'm really going to use that when I sing the song on Saturday. Oh, he's off.
Wear your heart on your sleeve for the man and the dog in her life. It's Jodi! The Blackpool lass hope to deliver an emotional take on the Alicia Keys hit, If I Ain't Got You. Could Jodi be your Nancy? Here's Jodi!
Some people live for fortune. Some people live just for the fame. Some people live for the power, yeah. Some people live just to play the game. Some people think that the visible things define what's within. And I've been there before, and that life's a bore so full of the superficial. Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't got you, baby. Some people want diamond rings, some just want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you. Hand me the world on a silver platter, and what would it be? Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't got you, baby. Some people want diamond rings, some just want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you.
Jodi, everybody! All right. Okay. I'm going to go straight to the panel, and we'll start off with Denise. Could Jodi be the voice of Nancy?
You definitely have the voice for Nancy. In fact, you have such a beautiful tone to your voice, a very rich quality that makes me sit up and listen. So that is perfect for the West End. And also, I love the way you act with your eyes with such honesty. It was a very real performance. I loved it.
Thank you, Denise.
John, you nodding your head?
You controlled a very difficult song, and that was a fantastic performance. I want to see Jodi in the quarter-final. You deserve to be there.
Thank you, John.
All right, some nice comments. Barry?
Yes, that was a passionate and beautiful performance, Jodi. And I heard every single word of a song I've never heard before. And,
I'll teach it you, don't worry.
that applies to every song. Lovely, beautiful. I definitely must be a finalist, I think, Jodi.
Okay. Andrew, Andrew, the panel are keen. Are you? Could Jodi be Nancy?
Well, I really don't know where to start, because you've got a most fantastic voice, no question about that. I find for me, and I don't think this will be a problem in the theatre, but for me, I think you overact. I talked about that last week. I think there's just a little bit too much to camera, which it just is a little unpleasant for me. But
I'm trying to tell you the story and everything.
Yeah, you are. But there is a way of doing it. But that's probably okay, because in a big theatre...
So is it
that's not
fixable?
gonna matter. I think it probably is. But it needs a director. But there's one question I want to know, and we haven't seen. I want to know what happens when you're choreographed and if you have to move with the song.
Oh, I can move like you don't know
well,
what.
I believe you.
All right.
Good, Jodi.
Well, we might find out later in the trio performance. That is what Andrew and the panel think. Remember, you at home are doing the hiring. If you want Jodi to get that big West End break, dial 0901 12120, then add 05. Lines open at the end of the show. Don't vote now, as your vote won't count and you could be charged. Brace yourselves for the Battle of the Dances, but first, our next contender this evening has a big fight on her hands. Saved by Andrew last week and praying Tucker's luck won't run out on her tonight. It is Rachel Tucker.
Out of all the performances, that was probably my most uncomfortable, and I didn't hit the note that I was supposed to hit. Didn't expect to be in the bottom two. It's not a nice place to be.
I'm going to say Rachel.
I have been as low as I can go, but my family have been so behind me and so supportive.
It's a great feeling knowing that's my little kid sister going for it. Rachel started performing with my dad when she was 8 or 9 years of age. She left Belfast at the age of 19 to London. We sent her over money to help pay her rent. I constantly told her to get a 9-to-5 job. I told her I could train her up to be a hairdresser, but she near passed out at the mere thought of that. This is the biggest thing she's ever did, and to be so close to it and not to get it would be heartbreaking.
Performing to stay in the competition, it's Rachel! The Belfast Belter hopes a soft and gentle rendition of You've Got a Friend will win you back. Could Rachel be your Nancy? The jury's out. Here's Rachel.
When you're down and troubled and you need a helping hand, and nothing, oh, nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me. Soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running, see you again. Oh, winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. You've got a friend. Ain't it good to know that you got a friend in me? If it's winter, spring, summer, or fall, you just call me, yeah. 'Cause you got a friend.
Rachel, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Okay, the panel have been feisty tonight. Let's go back to them again. Denise, last week And the public disagreed with you because you said her performance was world-class, but they put her in the bottom two.
You know,
what do you think tonight?
What I said was, week after week, you're very consistent and you do deliver. And I think that's what people have to realise. Whoever secures this role has to do this 8 times a week. And I know, Rachel, you're capable of doing that. You are the full package. I know you can act and I know you can sing well. I have to say, I wasn't blown away, however, by that performance tonight. I thought it was good, but I need to see more from you next week. Okay.
John?
Listen, I think there's a warmth in your voice, Rachel. I could listen to you for 2 hours, and I think the public were wrong last week putting you in the bottom 2, and I think you deserve to be in the quarterfinals. So, Rachel.
All right, Barry.
Yes, I was very shocked, Rachel, at the results last week, because I think you're a fine artist. But I did feel, and that is a song, by the way, which I happen to have heard a couple of times. But, beautiful song. But I did feel somehow that you were not feeling the emotion. You were impersonating the emotion in some way. I think I see you more as a great understudy than a leading lady in this
All right,
show.
let's see what Andrew thinks. Does she still deserve to be here?
Yes, I do think so. It's a wonderful song, Carole King, recorded by Ella Fitzgerald and McFly, of all kinds. But do you know something? I feel it's like we didn't work last week. I kept saying, communicate with the words. You didn't, Rachel. You didn't. I'm sorry. You just did not.
Totally got it. Okay. All right. The competition is getting tougher and
I've
tougher.
worked on this song really hard this week, and I didn't want to overplay it, didn't want to overact. I've got to work with the cameras.
No, but you've got to tell a story, Rachel.
I
you
will.
have
It's
to.
my story.
All right, well, Rachel, you gave it your best shot. The public will decide. If you want Rachel to stay in the running, here's the number: 0901 12120, and then add 06 if you want Rachel to be Nancy. Don't vote now. Remember, lines open at the end of the show. Our final 6 have performed their solos. The time has come for them to face off, go head-to-head, fight tooth and nail in a bout of fisticuffs. It is the Battle of the Nancys. Our Nancys must now, that is exciting, must now perform special trios. Andrew has divided the girls into 2 groups, giving you the chance to compare and contrast them at close range, while the Lord gets the chance to dissect their every move. Now, Andrew, you've put Jessie, Niamh and Samantha together performing Candyman, Ashley, Jodi and Rachel performing Man, I Feel Like a Woman. Why divide them in this way?
OK, well, we know that the role of Nancy can be played in many different ways. And we know it can be played by younger girls. We know it can be played by older girls. So what we've done is we've divided it between the younger and the older. Simple as that.
Very good. Well, that's given us some food for thought. Andrew's trial by trio has certainly brought out the Nancy's competitive streak. Let's see how our 2 teams have been preparing for battle.
We're here to show what the true heart of Nancy's about, and that is being a real woman.
We're young, we're feisty, and we are not going down without a fight.
I've been consistent in the competition so far.
You were fantastic!
I think the young 3 are a bit intimidated slightly. That's where we have the upper hand.
I'm not as fragile and gentle as people think. I'm strong and I'm not afraid of anyone.
It was a wonderful performance. You are great.
Experience isn't everything. We've got youth on our side.
A bit of a fiery redhead Scots.
Absolutely beautiful and real and honest.
I've had some great compliments from the Lord, but I've had to work for them.
The greatest performance I've ever heard a young girl of your age give.
This competition, it's not about experience. It's about a freshness and a rawness.
I really want to bring kind of, you know, just that bit of gutsiness.
It was dynamic, it was electric, it was fantastic.
Being a teenager, you can't be a real woman, and that's what Nancy's all about.
Being the youngest doesn't necessarily mean the weakest.
Simply sensational!
Some people might say I'm shy, but get me on that stage and watch the fireworks.
The minute the lights come up, you will see the difference between 3 girls and 3 women.
Let's not forget, Nancy was originally 17 years old.
Come back in a few years, girl.
The golden oldies can leave their walking sticks at home.
We'll show you the ropes.
We want to win this thing.
Bring it on.
The public ain't seen nothing yet.
Let battle commence! Here performing Candyman and hoping youth is on their side. Please welcome Jessie, Niamh and Samantha!
This
is reserving his judgment until after our second trio has performed. Here with Man, I Feel Like a Woman, and hoping age and experience will win the day, it's Ashley, Jodi, and Rachel.
Let's go, Andrew. I'm going out tonight. I'm feeling alright. Gonna let it all hang out. Wanna make some noise, really raise my voice. I wanna scream and shout. The best thing about being a woman is the prerogative to have a little fun and I'm totally crazy. Forget I'm a lady. Men in shirts, short skirts. Really go wild, yeah. Doing it in style. I get in the action, feel the attraction. On my head, doing a dip. Wanna be free, yeah. Feel the way I feel. Man, I feel like a woman. That girls need a break tonight. We're gonna take the chance to get out of town. We don't need romance, we only want to dance. Gonna let our hair hang down. The best thing about being a woman is the prerogative to have a little fun and I'm totally crazy. And I'm a lady. Men's shirts, short skirts. Really go wild, yeah. Doing it in style. Get in the action, feel the attraction. Out of my head, do what I dare. I wanna be free, yeah. Feel the way I feel. Man, I feel like a woman.
Brilliant! So, we've seen both trios perform in a night of controversy. I'm now going to ask you to be very controversial because I want you to pick your favourite trio.
I'm not going to. I have no intention of doing so. I thought both of you were so funny. You just enjoyed it. And look, you're all young, so I shouldn't have said that, should I? No, but what fun. I mean, terrific. We won't go into the lyrics of the one you sang too much detail. It was fabulous, actually, both of you. So, I mean, this is the choice. This is it. I mean, do you want to go for the younger Nancy or the slightly older Nancy? I don't know.
Yes, older's pushing it. Okay,
Slightly, I said.
So there's no edge to it. They're both brilliant.
Brilliant, yeah.
Okay, Andrew's
great
happy. Now our Nancy's have sung. I can declare the lines are open. Get calling now. Keep your favourite out of the sing-off. Lines close at 9 p.m. tonight. Calls cost 25 pence for BT Landline. Other networks may vary. Calls from mobiles will be considerably higher. 14 pence from each call will go to the BBC Performing Arts Fund. Here's a reminder of tonight's performances with those all-important numbers you need to dial.
Makes me that much wiser. Thanks for making me fighter. Give me a little bit faster. Make my skin a little bit thicker. Makes me that much stronger. So thanks for making me fighter. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors.
those at 9 p.m. tonight. Don't call after that, as your vote won't count and you may be charged. For more voting information, go to our website, bbc.co.uk/Oliver. Join us again tomorrow night to find out which Nancy's have made it through to the quarterfinals. And our Olivers will be revealing who they've picked to exclusively perform with them. Plus, our Nancy's get shaken and stirred in their next amazing mission, Bond style.
Welcome to the stunt mission. She panics.
You don't need muscles, you just need a good brain.
That was the least convincing.
Another Nancy must go home. Find out who's next to say cheerio tomorrow night at 7:35 here on BBC One. Get voting.